Welcome to the party. It's your watch time friend. If you're seeing me, if you're listening, then it's time to watch something. Ooh, something. Ooh. What's up, guys? It's your girl D, and this is Watch Time Friends, where you watch stuff with me, your friend D, because my other friends don't like me enough to do it. Today we are back watching Attack on Titan, but this is a OAD. I don't know. We're watching Lost Girls. There's 3 parts to this. Yeah, I'm interested to see what we get here because it seems like these in between the seasons episodes are like sort of like either backstory or like hints to what we can expect to see in the future, because I believe Ilse's notebook, which was the first extra in between the seasons episode we watched, was the first time we saw a Titan speak, which now that I think about it, I don't think Aaron's ever spoke when he was a Titan. Like, we heard him thinking as himself inside of his Titan. I don't think his actual Titan has spoke, but the Beast Titan spoke, and so did the Quad Titan when it was telling Reina and Bertolt and Zeke that the scouts were on their way. So maybe that, I don't know if that's like all the Titans can speak if they wanted to, or if it's like a special ability that only certain Titans can do. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, I'm interested to see what we get. I see right now currently on my screen Annie is here, so maybe honestly we haven't gotten much of an update on her situation. Is she still in crystallized? Is she not? Honestly, I don't imagine that they would uncrystallize her. Is that? I don't know. Because she has the ability to change. And so similar to, well, unless they cut off her limbs like they did with Reina and Bertolt, I guess maybe that's the only way they could keep them from changing, that would suck. And considering that they grow back, they would have to like sever their limbs over and over again. Yikes, that's tough. Yeah. Without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm excited to see what we get. So yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Let's watch something.
Ah! What are you doing? Annie! I thought we were comrades! Please, please! Don't kill me!
Jeez.
Can't help but wonder, how many human lives will I have to take tomorrow? There's no point thinking about it. What must be done, must be done. I have a mission, and I will complete it, no matter what. Tomorrow, during the Scout Regiment's 57th recon mission, I'll capture Eren Yeager.
I'm interested to see how she feels about this whole Marley and Eldia thing. Or are they all just like programmed to be like, yep, this is just how it has to be? Do they like not have any personal feelings about it? I don't know. We'll see.
What you reading? Mind if I take a peek?
Ma'am.
Interesting. Hey, Annie. How are you liking the MPs? We scouts are training hard to prep for the big recon mission.
The commander's long range.
You got some nerve.
Effective, but it's not easy to learn. If I'd known things would be like this, I'd have joined the military police too. Aaron's in a different squad, so I haven't seen him lately, but...
This guy's as boring as they come. But he is writing to you, so that adds up.
Is that Reina or Bertolt?
Why are you still wearing that uniform? You're off work today, aren't you? If you want to be popular, you gotta put in effort somewhere.
Interesting.
And you're about as chatty as a brick, so you might want to find...
Girl, shut.
Listen, I need to skip out on tomorrow's patrol. Could you cover for me? Say I'm sick. Just need to run a small errand is all.
An errand? Not to nag, but...
Whatever was in that letter must have been some type of code or something.
Do it now.
Because I have to work around someone else's schedule.
Fine, but you owe me a favor. She's missing. Probably just ran away from home.
What else?
Well, the case was originally assigned to one of the older soldiers, but they decided to foist it on me like 5 days ago. I don't want to do it either, though. It sounds boring. Contrary to appearances, I can be a real airhead sometimes.
Oh.
So do you think you could repay that favor you owe me now? Before I forget?
And you'll only cover for me if I do this, right?
I'm not forcing you to. You could always just skip. Then again, that'd end up in your file at HQ. Keep your record nice and clean. Then help me out. Glad we could do business.
That looks like a weak handshake. I don't know why I thought of that.
Tell me,
Interesting.
what's he like? You're running an errand. That's code for meeting a boy, right? Don't tell me it's that Rhina guy. He's like dishwater dull. Well, who's your date?
He's a 15-meter Titan.
Uh,
Yeah. You should really learn how to dress cute, Annie. Because your sense of humor's hopeless.
what if she wasn't lying?
20 years old. Born
So I wonder if this was
a daughter of
maybe after Aaron had turned into.
president of the Marlene Company. I'm doing this to repay someone. Don't like owing debts.
You're as odd as ever, aren't you? Okay, hope the job goes well.
Do we?
If I don't keep my
I guess we want her to find this girl.
tomorrow and get to
She's basically being assigned to a missing person's case.
time being, I'll try to entertain myself by playing soldier.
Annie!
No,
Best of luck dealing with you-know-what!
where are you going?
I need to know more about the
Interesting.
circumstances surrounding your daughter.
Is he planning on punching someone with all those rings?
Suppose I can take that to mean you haven't found her as of yet. But you must have turned up at least a lead or two, right?
No, sir, my apologies.
That's puzzling. It's been 10 days since I reported my daughter missing. What's more, every time I requested an update, I was assured that you were doing all you could to find her.
Yeah, that means
MPs have turned up nothing. Are you incompetent?
You have every right to think that of me.
the investigation didn't even start till right now.
Don't.
So.
Seems to me you're just deceitful. All of you are. I doubt the search for my daughter has even begun. The job just
Actually,
around.
it just started.
Said, sir. The case came to me this morning, after passing hands twice.
Sounds about right. So what does this mean? You're the only soldiers actually willing to search for my daughter?
That's correct.
Sure.
Years you've been doing this.
1 month.
So this is what I get for all the taxes I've paid over the years. 10 days of neglect. And then when the search finally starts, it's managed by a kid who's fresh out of training.
Do people just not like you? Like, why won't they search for your daughter?
Freelance fixers.
Freelancers only use their heads for one thing, coming up with ways to divest me of my money. You may be a rookie, but my eyes tell me that you're capable and that you're someone I can trust to follow through once you've given your word. So, will you look for my daughter?
Of course I will. It's my job.
Right then. The circumstances of her disappearance, you said. She had been gone for 2 days before I decided to report her missing. You see, all I knew for a fact then was that she hadn't turned up for dinner. Regardless, I should have known to make more of that fact.
How old is she?
This dinner. Neither of us did. No matter how busy we were, we made time to eat together. So long as we each kept to that, we stayed out of one another's affairs. That was the rule between us.
So when was the last time you saw her?
13 days ago, over the last dinner we did have.
Did you notice anything unusual that day? Any change in her demeanor?
You just had one.
Nothing that I can recall now.
I guess it is stressful having to talk about how your daughter's missing.
Can you name any of her acquaintances or places she frequents?
I can't.
Then do you have any idea how she typically spends her time?
I don't.
Jeez.
So you're telling me that you see your daughter every day but have no idea what kind of life she leads?
That's right.
What was her major?
Chemistry. As I said before, she and I don't interfere in one another's affairs. Once we've had our dinner, she's free to gallivant about town all night. I truly don't know what she does. Seems unlikely.
Now, is that because you got a bunch of stuff going on that you don't want her to ask about?
Relationship with her. Was it strained?
If Carly left to get away from me, I wouldn't know. My daughter's mind is a mystery to me.
Oh,
I don't think there's a father out there who knows what his daughter's thinking. Not really.
I mean, So you ate together every night, but you never actually talked to each other?
These visitors. At least not anymore. Why did you join the military police?
Why do you ask?
Because you strike me as an unusual person.
I joined the MPs because I wanted to live a safe, quiet life in the interior. I don't think there's much use in seeking more than that.
Fair enough. We're done for now, yes?
Okay.
Or do you have further questions?
No, I've asked enough for the time being. You saw through that lie about why I became an MP, didn't you? Well, I see through you too.
What did the note say? Who was that person?
Basically, the Marlene Company would buy bulk goods in Walmaria, transport them to Sina, and sell them, making a large profit off the differences in regional prices.
Is that legal?
A pretty standard business model for a merchant company.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. But that model was shattered along with Walmaria in 845. These days, they're just a horse-drawn coach business.
Thanks for the intel. Did you have work foisted on you today too?
Unlike the rest of you, I don't mind work. I'm putting together a catalog of the books here. It's absurd that we don't already have one.
Maybe you'll find something useful.
The Marlene Company is in bad shape, yet Stratman still manages to live in luxury. Then there's Carly Stratman. She could find work easily with that chemistry degree. Why hasn't she? And if her father's business is in decline, why doesn't he care that she hasn't? What a strange family. No. If she and her dad are strange, me and mine are freaks.
Oh.
Are you getting tired? Well, push through the pain. It'll help you prepare for your mission. This is what you were born to do, Annie.
Absolute obedience. Those were the only words that existed between me and my father. I assumed that Carly was living off of her father's money. He talked like he had no desire or ability to change the way she was living. Marlowe, we log all questionings, right? Carly was picked up for questioning 2 years ago.
Oh.
A military police patrol found her passed out drunk in front of a bar.
Do people not usually walk in? The heck?
I'm with the Stohus District Military Police. Do you know this girl?
Can't say that I do.
How much is that worth?
What are you trying to do with that? I'm about to change what I know.
I'm just thirsty. 1 limeade, please. You know her, right?
The hell we do. Now why don't you run home and cry to your daddy before I get any funnier?
Don't you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh. All right.
That looks like corduroy. Possession of illegal drugs gets you 3 to 5 years in prison.
Oh, wow.
Screw you! Get out of here!
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It really is unfortunate that Annie was on the other side.
Whatever you know about the girl in the picture, I'll forget everything I saw here.
That's Carly. She was a regular here. That girl's one of the most generous people I've ever met. She was kind to all of us always.
No, why she had to beat you up for you to say that?
Way of getting us all to dance. Everyone here liked Carly an awful lot.
Yeah, but then about 10 days ago, she flew into this terrible rage out of nowhere. We were all totally shocked.
No one's seen her since.
He downed some corduroy right in front of her and made her flip her lid. I mean, she'd seen us do drugs before, but this was the first time she ever made a thing of it.
So she was angered by corduroy specifically. But why?
What happened?
Ourselves that ever since.
By the way, why did you guys pretend you didn't know her at first? Guess you don't want to go home tonight.
Whoa, wait a minute. Look, it's because we thought she might have gotten mixed up in something bad. Her dad's business was in shambles. Carly was loaded, always had been. We figured it was dirty cash, you know?
Or maybe she has a sugar daddy.
To arrest her. There was a guy who came
Like, how are you rich but your dad isn't?
crooked as they come.
Like,
Describe.
I don't know.
He wore a real fancy suit, and it looked like one of his eyes was fake. It was red, probably glass. You'll know him when you see him.
Do you have any idea how Carly makes her dirty money?
Nope.
My report could say that I found you 3 selling corduroy to a child.
Oh.
Your stint in prison will be a lot longer that way.
Stop screwing with us already. We really don't know anything.
You sure you're not having an lapse in your memory? After all, you forgot who Carly was at first. Maybe it'll come to you later, when you're on your way to jail.
I'm pretty
Dang, Ernie.
honest right now, so I'd like you to stop tormenting them.
Has your amnesia been cured too?
They're his best customers.
Amnesia was never the problem. I just didn't feel like putting my book down yet. You should talk to Carly's boyfriend. I bet he would know what she was up to. His name's Kempa Bolts.
How is it that you know when they didn't? About Carly and Kempa?
When you do this kind of job for long enough, learning all sorts of things, even things you'd rather not know.
Come on, Dad.
Hello. Okay.
What the hell am I doing? I'll go to her boyfriend's place, and if there aren't any clues there, I'll call it quits. At this point, I've paid Hitch back and then some.
Miss, we've arrived.
But there could really be something interesting happening here.
You must be new at your job. Do you not know what kind of place this is?
It's Stohess District's trash heap. A place so shady that we MPs gave up on patrolling it, right?
Oh, wow.
Well, if you know that much, then you probably know my answer.
Dang, no lights out here? She's gonna have to beat some more people up.
I'm looking for a man named Kempa Bolts. Do you know him? It's against the law to light an outdoor fire without permission. But I'm willing to overlook that if you answer my questions.
You're a real comedian, girlie.
Look at him trying to fry up that tiny little sticks of meat. Anyone else got something smart to say? Anyone? Anyone?
He's on the 3rd floor.
Mr. Bolts, I'm with the Stohess District Military Police.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Are you home, sir? I have some questions for you.
Oh no, what if they got to him too? Whoever they is. I don't know. Where did I drug again?
Kodoroin, huh?
What? Oh!
Hey! What the hell you doing in there?
How
many times do I have to tell you to keep it down, huh?
Are you alive?
Tell me you're sorry. Blubber and apologize like you always do. Stay right there.
Okay. What? Okay. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, Annie's being put on this case to investigate this woman Carly, who's been gone missing. She's been missing for 13 days. So clearly this has something to do with these drugs that Annie keeps finding. I forget the name. Something like that. Coderoin. I don't remember. Yeah, so I don't know if that person under the bed is her boyfriend. Who is knocking on the door? Is that his landlord or something? Yeah. I have a feeling that this situation is not gonna be simple. It's gonna be deeper than just a regular old somebody just, I don't know, ran away. Like, clearly. This is interesting though. And I wonder, like, this is obviously in the past. So it's some sort of backstory or, you know, something we didn't get to see. But I wonder, and maybe we won't even see this till the last one. Or maybe we won't see it at all. I don't know. But I'm wondering what about this and this investigation and what we see is going to influence or inform us about what's to come. I don't know. Cause yeah, it's interesting. So now that I think about it, it's interesting that like none of the characters we've been following really that I can think of were like rich or anything. Like most of them were maybe middle class. I would say maybe Aaron's family was maybe middle class because his dad was a doctor. But I don't even know about Armin. Like, who knows? I mean, obviously he just lived with his grandmother. Obviously Mikasa lived with Aaron's family after hers were killed. And, you know, Sasha lived out in the country. Connie lived far away. So it doesn't seem like anybody grew up like super wealthy. I mean, obviously we see what happened with Levi. He was extremely malnourished, and his mom, he just had to sit there while she was dead until his uncle came and found him. But it's also interesting to see like the places we've seen them live still didn't look like the place that Annie's at right now, or the place where Flegel was at when those interior police people followed him there and confessed about how his dad was killed. This place and that place seemed like more rundown than the area where Aaron lived, or even where Sasha lived. Even though she lived out in the woods, at least it was kind of nice. But like, this is different. So it's interesting, like we're seeing a completely different part of the area of this like world of the inner city areas that we've never seen before, and kind of getting some like side stories. Like, you just imagine, like, if they wanted to, the stories in between the story that we know could probably be super interesting. Like, that's why I think like this whole basically like a Law and Order episode in a way. So it's very interesting. Anyways, yeah, I'm interested to see what else we get from here. So let's go ahead and check out part 2.
Come on, say something. Tell me you're sorry. Stay right there.
Who's this about to be?
Open up! Open this door!
Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't look good if she's in there and there's a dead body.
I'll have to end him.
Oh, okay.
Next time I see you, you're dead!
Well, I think you've been beat to that punch, so.
Body's still warm.
Really?
Must have died fairly recently.
Oh, dang.
Kempa bolts. Hot as it is, this corpse will start to smell pretty quickly.
Oh boy.
The men at that bar know me. Once the body's found, I'll be questioned.
Right.
I report it myself. Pretending to stay in sick tomorrow won't be an option. If things go sideways tomorrow, I'll need to return to my post here. Ignoring a dead body wouldn't just get me discharged. It would draw suspicion.
Right.
You as well as on me. I'll track down Carly. Say I found her without ever needing to come here. If Kempa isn't found by tomorrow, I can report his death anonymously. That's the only way.
Really? You can't just say you found him? I mean, you were investigating. They gave the case to the MPs, so what would be wrong with
Get back to work!
you finding a dead body within your investigation? I don't know.
Catch your breath when you're out in the field, so I won't either. You hear?
Oh. 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 What the? Wait a second.
So according to the doctor, I'll probably be walking with a limp for the rest of my life.
Is he happy?
Be proud already. But I know that you can get even stronger.
Okay, I guess.
He's finally fallen asleep. It's possible. But you'd think they would have locked the door as they left to keep that neighbor out. Maybe the killer just wanted Kempa's Kodoroin stash. No way. Those boxes were about as poorly hidden as they could have been. Even Hitch could have found them.
Hitch probably would have gave up a long time ago. She would have gave up when the bartender said, I don't know anything.
It's been an issue in the capital for a couple of years, and now it's starting to make rounds in Stohas.
Kempa had 3 boxes, packed to the brim. He was clearly dealing, maybe with Carly's help. But how did they get so much of the stuff? Regardless, I need to grill Stratman again. Thanks for waiting.
Yeah.
The bartender?
The Stratman estate, please.
Oh, what the?
No sudden moves. Come along quietly, and we won't have to kill you here. We'd much prefer to avoid making a scene.
He wore a real fancy suit, and it looked like one of his eyes was fake. It was red, probably glass. You'll know him when you see him.
Well, it's looking straight at her, so maybe it is real.
Hands up.
Oh, she's gonna go with it.
Well, isn't this a pretty little thing? Here, bro.
These are very detailed notes. I see that you care about your work.
May I ask where you're planning to take me?
The Industrial Ward. It's home to several open liquid waste repositories that are...
I'm sorry?
Things disappear.
One dip in that sludge and it'll melt you into nothing.
So did you inhale too many fumes from it, or were you always this stupid?
You need to learn your place here real fast.
Calm down. Let's not be savages, Lou.
I take it I must have upset you, though I'm not quite sure how.
It's not that we're upset. We're simply aware that the work you're doing could interfere with the work we're doing.
You wanna villain explain it to me?
You have to, right?
You'll never learn what we know.
Oh, okay.
You do realize that my comrades will be hot on my heels, don't you?
Actually, I think that's a lie.
Oh.
We spoke to Strutman earlier. He informed us that you're acting on your own.
Yes, I'm alone, but I've also been checking in with my superiors. When I go missing, they'll look and they'll know where to start.
You discovered Kemper's corpse in that apartment, did you not? Considering how long you were in there, you must have. But you didn't tell the coach to take you back to MP headquarters. You asked to go to Strutman's. And that means, for some reason, you can't check in with your superiors. At least not about this case, am I right?
May I assume you guys murdered Kempa?
No, our methods aren't nearly so uncivilized.
Oh, no, you just guys like to throw people in vats full of acid.
I'm far from surprised that he was met with such a fate.
Before I take a dip in the sludge pit, I'd like to ask a favor.
What is it?
I want you to persuade your oh-so-civilized friend here to give me my ring back. My dad gave it to me as a parting gift when I left my hometown. If I had it back, I could sink through that industrial waste in peace.
That's why.
Hand it over, Lou.
Are you kidding me, Walt?
Hand it over.
It don't even look like it was worth that much.
Not to her.
Monetarily. Oh.
Give it here.
Whoa, cool.
What is this? Is it coated with poison?
Why not see for yourself?
Oh, not him.
I don't think I will.
You just...
Young woman, if it were simply coated with poison, you wouldn't be like that.
You really think we're stupid enough to fall for your dumb tricks?
Yeah.
Well. Oh.
You're that stupid.
That's tough. That's tough. That is tough. Wow. Are they alive or no?
Now tell me where to find Carly Strotman.
That's crazy.
Out of nowhere. Ruined everything. It's like you're a titan.
I mean, to be fair, she was just investigating and then...
I guess she set off a bomb or something. Hey, can you stand, Walt?
I think I can manage.
Unless she moved her consciousness to a different part of her body. Wait, what?
Nice civilized rest.
Oh? Oh, double cross.
So you were the one who killed Kempa after all.
Oh.
Like it matters.
Why? Oh! Dang, we don't even get a villain monologue? Dang, that's crazy. Oh.
You're still alive.
I thought he shot him.
Tell me where to find Carly.
This is gotta be wild. Like, you just...
197 Van Gelder. It's a second floor apartment.
Who exactly are you guys?
Just a group of freelancers. A few days back,
Freelancing what?
hired us to help him find and recover his daughter. When the trail led us to Kemper, we tied him up and questioned him. Then he said he would tell us where to find Carly and give us a secret. So long as we incentivized him by helping with the job.
What kind of job?
The dirty kind. Not only did he plan to ransom Carly back to Stratman, he wanted to use her secret to blackmail the man. We took the job. We'd made arrangements to meet Stratman and exchange the girl for the money 2 days from now. If it had worked, I could have put this life behind me. It was so close to being in my grasp. All I needed was a little more time. It was the same story 5 years ago. If that Colossus had come to attack the walls 1 day later, my son and I would have been here in Stoas. Every damn time. Right when you're ready to take that step.
Them attacking the wall ruined a lot of people's lives in different ways. That sucks.
Life is always gone.
What you doing? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, you give him one last smoke. All right.
Finally. Some peace and quiet, Peter. Dad's coming home.
Dang.
How? Kill her! Fine, leave it to me!
See, yeah, that's enough. I'd be like, you know what?
Damn you!
My friendship doesn't mean that much to me. Oh.
Is Carly inside this building? I never fought your gang. I never met you or Wald, and I was never here. Got it. If you squeal to so much as one person, then the second word gets back to me. You're through. Bang!
Are you done?
Hello?
You must be Carly Stratman. Your father's been worried.
Are you gonna fight her too?
Why don't we get a drink first?
Okay. Suspicious. All of y'all like smoking, huh?
So, Kemp is dead, huh? That's a real shame.
I hear that you've got a big secret.
Yeah.
I've been creating corduroy.
You mean you actually manufacture it?
It's not as hard as it sounds. MPs in the capital keep selling me morphine. Kemp was just one dealer. Daddy runs things.
But I heard that it was popular in the capital before it ever made its way here.
When we first launched this little enterprise,
oh wow,
I promised not to sell corduroy in here.
And then you came across proof that he had broken his promise. That explains why you got angry when you saw Corduroy at the bar.
Oh.
I was hoping to leave the city with Kempa. But he wasn't interested in living in poverty with me in some unknown town. Then he made a deal with those mercenary guys. And based on what you've said, I guess Lou must have betrayed him.
Dang.
Say, would you be willing to pretend you never found me?
Why'd you decide to start making corduroy?
5 years ago, Daddy lost everything he had. I wanted to help him get it back.
Now I wonder how her dad will react.
I'm tempted, but I don't know if I should. Sorry, fellas. I've got to run.
Come on.
You hungry?
This is a setup, right?
What is it?
Bag of donuts.
I wouldn't eat that.
Got you this too.
Not gonna lie, I'm not.
I think I'm gonna miss this town.
I'll be a little bit wary to eat anything or drink anything given to me by someone who cooks drugs.
Got you a permit to enter Wall Rose, as promised. You can just scrap it if you want.
Thanks, Annie.
But what are you gonna tell her dad?
Oh, get some rest. You've earned it.
I really wish I could, but I still have one last thing to do.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, she still had that random errand.
What a nice smell. Is that some sort of rare cigarette?
You've got a good nose. Yes, they used to make these cigarettes in Walmaria back in the day. I may have the world's only stash.
I've more or less confirmed that you killed Kempa Bolts.
Why would you say that?
This morning, while you and I were talking here in this room, your butler came in and handed you a note.
That was only this morning?
A message from Kempa. Did it not? He'd been surreptitiously watching your estate, so when I entered your residence, I'm certain he noticed. Realizing that MPs were on the case made him panic. As a result, he decided to demand the ransom money early. Just bring the money to my house, and I'll give your daughter back. I bet that's the gist of what the note said. So you went to Kempa's place, as he'd suggested. The two of you drank, and you spoke. I don't know what words were said, but in the end, you killed him.
That's an interesting fiction you've created.
Mm-hmm.
I found a few of these in Kempa's ashtray. You have the world's only stash, right?
Oh.
This will hold up to a full investigation, or can you instead leave it?
Was an accident, but he deserved it. Kempa had no intention of freeing my daughter. It was trash. He just wanted to get me drunk and steal my...
Save your breath, Stratman. Huh? And while you're at it, would you please stop smoking those cigarettes?
You have no authority to tell me what I can and can't do in my own home. I'll smoke as I please, thank you.
I've had to soak in the stench of booze and cigarettes all day now.
Well, dang.
I'm done putting up with this shit.
Okay. He has like 10 more.
So agitated all of a sudden.
I'm not acting out of anger. I'm tired. I want this to end. That's all it is.
You will let me smoke in my cell, right?
You won't be going to a cell.
What made you decide to help me?
Helping you wasn't my objective. I did this for my own sake. What must be done, must be done. I have a mission, and I will complete it, no matter what.
If you would like, you're welcome to visit me at my estate anytime.
Why would she do that?
Like a queen.
I appreciate that. But, well, I'll probably be leaving this place soon.
Are you getting transferred?
Hopefully. I'll return to my hometown.
And when you're surrounded by multiple foes?
I should neutralize their strongest fighter first to break their morale.
That's correct. Well said, Annie. What must be done, dear. You need to complete your mission no matter what. In the meantime, we can spare no effort. Understand?
The missing person, Carly Stratman, headed to the capital 3 days ago with her lover, Kempa Bolts. The two were likely carrying forged travel permits, in which case they'll have passed through the checkpoints using false names. Their new aliases are unknown, as is the identity of the individual who forged their travel permits. Further investigation is likely impossible.
That's crazy. She solved that whole case
You
in 24 hours.
looking for that runaway girl right now, are you? Anyway, if you're really gonna meet a guy tomorrow, you should try wearing this. You're about as sexy as a brick right now, so we can...
Oh, wow.
Isa.
Thank you.
Annie, I'm so sorry. I don't expect you to forgive me, but please just stand your ground, even if the whole world stands against you. They'll despise you. They won't understand. But I will. Your dad always will. Promise me you'll return. That's all I ask.
Today, during the Scout Regiment's 57th recon mission, I'll capture Aaron Yeager.
That was her errand? Oh, that was this day. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I guess what I was thinking is like, why did Annie? At first, I was thinking, why did she help Rose leave and not tell on the dad and help him get rid of the body, yada yada yada? But I guess she was telling the truth. She was just ready for it all to be over because her real mission was the next day she had to try and capture Aaron, which we know how that went. But she was like, maybe if she reported a body being found and reported on all the things that actually happened, they would have, like she said, they would have questioned her and that would have kept her from her mission. Because at first I was like, I'm confused. Does she have like some sort of like sympathy and empathy for their situation? But maybe she did have some sort of sympathy or empathy for Carly. But ultimately, more than that, she needed to get to her mission so that she could go back home to her dad. Obviously, we know that didn't happen, but that's so crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's so unfortunate that Annie was on the other side because clearly she's an amazing fighter. Her investigative skills are on another level. That's somebody we could have really used on our side, but no. She had to be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's one of the Eldian, like how they were recruiting Eldian people to become vessels or whatever for some of the 9 Titans to fight for the Marlians. So maybe by lineage she is an Eldian, because what I was like wondering, like, so do Marlians not have the ability to turn into Titans at all? Like, it's just not in their genetic code? So the only people who can be Titans are Eldians? Yeah, that's interesting. Now, since we are technically caught up to an event that we already saw, there's still a part 3. So I'm wondering, like, technically it feels like this Lost Girls saga is like wrapped up. So what could they possibly show us in part 3? I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, not gonna lie. I just keep thinking it's really unfortunate that Annie's on the other side, because next to Mikasa, probably was could have been one of my favorite characters as far as like being on our side. But because she's on the other, I guess she still could be, but like obviously she kind of is. It's just unfortunate that she's on the other side. It's like, gosh dang it. And I don't know, maybe it's possible that if humanity can guarantee her going back to her dad, maybe she'll flip. I don't know, I'm just saying, I just feel like she's better on our side as an ally rather than an enemy. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what season 4 brings, and also of course this next Lost Girls part 3. So yeah.
Welcome to the party. It's your watch time friend. If you're seeing me, if you're listening, then it's time to watch something.